Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What Map. BonBon here, and I hope you've had a really good week. You are, of course, very, very welcome. Today's map jumped at me off of the front page and said I had to check it out because it was the only one that was striking. There's your thumbnail. It's Octoland by Lulu. Perhaps not that Lulu though, it's hard to tell, hard to be sure. I don't know if she's got Cities Skylines or is making maps, but there we are. There's your start square, and here are your resources, which seem to be splodged down completely randomly. Can't make any head nor tail of those, I'm afraid. The Steam Workshop, there's 173 subscribers and 3 favourites, so it might have something going for it. There is a fishy fountain and a scary monster to be seen. Well, prepare to be scared, not by a scary monster, but by the map. Because when I tell you that the best thing you're going to see today is this wending road on the right hand side, that is winding around these little hills here. If I tell you that is the best thing you're going to see, if you are here for 555 maps, 5-star maps, well, run away now because you ain't going to see it. But what you are going to see today is a what map first, and I will save that for a little while, of course. There you've got a slightly elevated road for no reason and a slightly elevated tree for no reason. Okay, well, we're running through a canyon, and I'm having to steer really carefully here because obviously if I hit one of those cliffs I'm going to go flying up into the air, and look, there's a ledge up there with trees on it, which is great. I'm pleased to see that. I'm not saying it's good, but I was very pleased to see it. Anyway, these highways are drifting apart and coming together for no reason. Everything's no reason. See those up there? Ignore those ramps. We'll get to them. We will. Anyway, the right hand is just, it's all over the place. Look. Just look. No reason at all. Why can't it just follow? Oh, went over a janky bit there. Ah, now this is good. Okay. This is actually cuts in nicely there. And it's elevated and it's steady, and it actually enters the ground at the bottom smoothly. That actually might be the best thing you'll see today. Forget about the bending road. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty close to perfect. Then we got a jinky janky winky wonky bit, and I just don't know. And then we hit the intersection, which, I mean, that is, oh sorry, I just can't leave that. Look at the way the traffic has to slow down to take that corner. Oh dear. Anyway, this is not a bad intersection. Yes, it's been plopped. It's good height in the middle, and the traffic seems to be handled quite well, although these ramps down are way too steep. Are way too steep, so a little bit of work was needed to that to make it workable. And down here it goes ground before going into this ramp. Why it couldn't stay elevated all the way here, see, if that stayed elevated, that would have made that a slightly less daunting drive up the side of this ramp here. Okay, and then we get to this intersection, which is super high, super duper high. I'm not saying it's a super intersection, clearly hand drawn, and well, it works, and I almost approve, almost. And nowhere near actually, but there we are. See how just beautiful that is. The construction, it's top marks. And then it's like, there's your start square, but look, it's like chiseled into the side of the hill. Where are you supposed to go with that? Where are you supposed, you're gonna have to smooth it out or knock it back, and then you can go out into that build plane there, sort of, but it's just not clever. Now we've got one road that goes sort of like lumpy bumpy, and one that goes right up here. See, the height of that is not even touching the mountain, so it doesn't need to go that high at all. Why? Just, I don't make any sense of it at all. The other road is very lumpy bumpy, and finally they get back together again, like a good pair of roads should, and they almost touch, and then they separate, and one doesn't like it, so it goes up in the air, while the other one stays down on the ground, and the other one on the ground goes lower, but the one in the air needs suspending, and then the one on the ground, it goes down to this, like, well, screech around the corner, and then across to a bridge which couldn't go alongside the other bridge, which needs a humpback. I don't know what's going on. We've got a jinky janky winky wonky corners there. I do not know. This one goes around the long way for no reason, bizarre reasoning, and I just don't get it. But we did have a look at this. There is a road that goes off it. There's jinky janky winky wonky again, and then up this ramp. And then we have got this. This is a nightmare. Imagine coming down here at speed. Look, fast, 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 fast. And then hit the brakes on. Jesus. That was nearly, well, Cities Skylines death. Anyway, we've got this. I don't know what to say about this. And then we've got that. And then we're going up the... Oh, slight sanity for a few moments, okay? And then we've got Jinky Janky again, and finally we've got the road separate. Now I don't mind highways separating as long as it's for a good reason. This one stays elevated all the way. Jinky Janky for no reason at all. Why could that not just have carried on? I don't know. And then it goes into this lovely S-bend system down here, one elevated, one at ground level. This is also not too bad. I can tolerate that. I wonder what the other highway was going to do. Oh, look at the bottom here. We've got Jinky Janky there as well. But if we go back to where we were and we have a look at the other highway, I wonder why that bent off to the left. Hopefully it's going to give us a nice view off of the side of this cliff. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Whoa, no, no, no. What? What? Why? Well, okay. I'm sure even Donald Trump couldn't get funding to put in a road like that. And a Jinky Janky off the end of it because, well, why wouldn't it be? That fits the theme for the day, apparently. And then that comes down the canyon, down here, and then we've got one super elevated high section, one low bit like a rubber band melting in the summer sun. And then up this way, up and over the top, over the ridge here, and then it's this intersection, which is a potential start square, this lump in the road for no reason, this squiggly bit, what the actual banana? I don't understand. Perfect bit of highway for about 3 yards, and then we are off towards the fog, more jinky janky bits here, there and everywhere, and along the ridge and over a perfect, finally, perfect bridge, took a while. And I am pulling what hair I've got remaining out. This is today's quirky asset of the day. Saturday is always the quirky asset. This is Lego Island House 1 by NapalmSticksToKids, and I'm not sure how we know that, but apparently it does. This is just cute. This is like, I would love to see a whole range of these. At the moment I've only found one of them, but Lego Island housing estate would be amazing. You could make some sort of like theme park from it. So please, more of them please, Mr. Napalm, because you are inspired. That is Lego Island House number 1 by NapalmSticksToKids, and that is a welcome break from today's map. So back to Octoland. Right, we spent so long on those roads that we didn't look at the rails. So let's have a look at the rail. This is the single rail line, and it's not bad here. And this elevated bit isn't too bad. Okay, it's not too bad. It's a little bit scary, but it's not too bad. And then we get back to ground level, and the rail isn't too bad at all. And so long as this rail is serving a suitable purpose, I think we might be able to give a star for detailing for a useful railway line. There we are, you see. So long as it's not hideous, and we can tolerate, because it is a fantasy map, I can tolerate slightly too steep. Look, we've even had it terraformed to allow for the laying of this rail line. Terraformed so it's smooth and not lumpy bumpy, and 1 or 2 steep bits, but like I say, we can forgive those because it's a fantasy map. And if we just take this around and see where it takes us, hopefully this is going to be somewhat slightly lumpy bumpy. I can let that go, let it go, easily fixed, easily fixed. And then up to this is slightly, how could you not stay down the middle of the terraformed section? I don't know, but you failed. Okay, but never mind. Take a deep breath. We can manage this. Let's see where this goes. Hopefully somewhere near the start square would be amazing. This I'm going to let go as well because it's not too steep. It's plausible. Plausible. And we've got this loop. What? Okay, this loop is doing nothing. Where is it though? Is it in the middle of the map? Yes, please, 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 please be in the middle of the map. It wasn't, by the way. I zoomed out too quick, and I'm afraid that was still outside of the 25 tiles. Shipping routes, so that could be good. That could be where the extra star for detailing is. This one, look, shipping routes, it's avoiding the rocks. This is good. Slightly rapidic by the looks of it there, but we can let that go. We just assume that these ships can just about make it up a slightly rough bit of water, maybe. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. Hang on, let's come out of there. The ship could make it up there, probably not, but we will suspend disbelief for this fantasy map that a ship can make it up the rapids, okay, because rapids are rapids and not waterfalls, you know. It is, but you can get up there in a canoe, then maybe you can get up there in a, what the hell is this? What the hell? A waterfall. So our shipping route has to go up the waterfall. And that, my friends, is a fail. Okay? That is the chance to turn your map around, and that is a fail. Right, well, what should we do now? I don't know. Oh, water movement. Why not? Oh, look, there's plenty of water movement. I don't think water movement on its own on this map is going to justify a second star for detailing, but we will check it out anyway. There's movement here. Just in case you wanted to know, you are feeling on taking on this map and you really, 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 really want to know that the water is flowing. Yes, it is flowing. Pretty much in most places. A bit slowed down on that little section there, but we can let that bit go. Right, okay, what next? How about, yeah, down here, where we had this, these off-ramps. This is really good because you could build up there, basically, but then you've got a huge drop down to here, and once you're filled in there, you've got a huge drop down to there, and once you're filled there, you got a huge drop down to there. I mean, it's the most worthless start location I have seen. Awful. Dreadful, awful, woeful, awful, dreadful, awful crap. And I don't say these things lightly. I know you know that I am pretty supportive of all map makers who have made the effort. And there is effort here. You can see there's a lot of work, like here. This is a scary monster. It looks like there's a couple of eyes on the front there. Sadly, I'm not giving any detailing points for a scary monster that has eyes on the front. I can't see where the fish fountain is. I suspect it's that bit of terraforming in the middle. Not that bit down here though, but there's your start square there. Where is this fishy fountain? I don't get it. I don't understand, and I don't know why somebody would spend all that here. Is that a fish? Is that a fish, maybe? I can't make it out. I don't know. I do not know. It's something. That's what that is. It's something. Well, Octoland, I hope you guys are impressed. I'm now trying to find somewhere to settle so that we can give this thing some marks. Somewhere aesthetically pleasing so that we can do it as a backdrop. How about up here? Is this waterfall any good? No, I don't like those spikes. Those spikes are very spiky. And very, it looks glitchy rather than aesthetic in any way. How about up here? Somewhere up here? Maybe, maybe not. How about up here? Is there anywhere aesthetically pleasing on this map whatsoever? I don't. We've got to stop somewhere. We can't just look at the side of a wall. Okay, all I'll ask is, can you bear with me? We will fade and I will come back with a location. Okay, how about here? This is about as good as it gets. Aesthetically, we've got the sea monster with eyes, but I'm afraid it doesn't do anything for me. So, best I can do is give this 1 star. Detailing, are you flipping kidding me? Best I can do is give this map 1 star. Gameplay potential though, I would love to give this map a 2nd star, but I'm afraid that the rail is pointless, the roads are awful, the start locations are dreadful, and I just cannot think of any reason why anybody would want to take on this map. So I'm afraid Octoland for me gets 1 star. Octoland by Lulu, our first ever triple 1 star. Well, thanks for watching, if you're still here at the end of course, commenting, liking and subscribing, and thanks to all my Patreon supporters. Join me tomorrow for a special tutorial, and then Monday back to regular What's Maps, and don't forget 5 PM UK times we've got What's Theme, the new support show for What's Map. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.